The number one exercise to lose belly fat isn't this. And it's not this crazy exercise either. And it's not doing endless crunches on the bench or on the floor in your house. Listen, I know a lot about belly fat. I call myself an amateur bodybuilder. I had lots of belly fat over my life. I've been in shape, in and out of shape a few times in my life. A lot of the times I was in a bulking phase, like all bodybuilders like to talk about. And you know, I was big and bulky and had some belly fat. Now, until I got older and learned more about health and nutrition and the mind and the way everything works, the way our mind works, the way our body works, was when I really discovered how losing belly fat actually takes place and what actually is the biggest determining factor when losing that belly fat. And it's not any specific exercise like you would think, like doing these crazy exercises. You know, it's something that once you understand it, you can apply to not only losing belly fat, but a crazy amount of aspects of your life. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm sure most of you have been in the position where you've gained a little bit of weight. January comes around and it's New Year's resolution time. This is when all the fitness stuff goes crazy. Everybody's buying everything off of TV. They're joining the gyms. Why is it that that is the first thing that we think of when we're trying to get into shape? Going to the gym, exercising, doing all these things. Most people know that this stuff doesn't work. It doesn't last usually. I can't remember, I've heard some statistic where, you know, 95% of the people who start a New Year's resolution and start back at the gym fail. Well, have you ever thought about why that actually is? It's something that would probably surprise you, and I'm going to let you know what it is, but we need to back things up a little bit here. I want to explain a few things about losing belly fat that I think you need to know. There are certain myths that exist within the health industry, the weight loss industry, that are kind of keeping you from gaining that body that you want, getting to the place where you want to be, having that healthy, lean physique. And that first thing is your genetics. Now, everybody has been taught to think that you have this genetic predisposition to gaining weight or losing weight, and if your parents had a slow metabolism, you're going to have a slow metabolism. Well, that is completely untrue. The fact of the matter is that genetics does matter. Now, where body fat is stored on your belly, your love handles, your hips, and we see this in people that have a lot of weight. They'll store it in different areas. Everybody doesn't have big legs or a big belly. Some people carry it, you know, in different areas of your body. Now, the body has been designed that you carry it, you know, normally around this area. And that is determined by your middle area, and that is determined by your genetics. Now, what most people don't understand is that there's a whole other realm of opportunity that is called epigenetics. Genetics are, when the Human Genome Project came out, it was ultimately a failure because they found out that we don't really have that different of genes between a banana or a fruit fly. We have like 21,000 genes, a fruit fly has 26,000, and a banana has 14,000, and a lot of them crisscross. They thought they were going to figure everything out, but that wasn't the case. The case was that this epigenetics, which is basically regulating your genes, turning them on and off, and every time you put something into your mouth, you're turning a gene on or you're turning a gene off. You're sending signals to your body. So ultimately, you are in control. So myth number one when it comes to losing belly fat is that you're not stuck because of your genes. It's the complete opposite, actually. You have complete control of your genes. So I first need you to remember that, understand that, and we're going to utilize that to get you where you want to go. Okay, the second big myth when it comes to losing belly fat, this is a billion-dollar industry. The late night infomercials will be hitting hard in the next couple of months because they want you to buy their product thinking that this one exercise is going to get you in shape and lose belly fat. This big myth, it is that spot fat reduction doesn't happen from exercising a certain area. People think that, you know, if they exercise their abs, if they exercise their arms, they're going to lose fat in those areas. And we believe that because these late night infomercials have taught us that over years and years and years. Every weight loss cycle comes and goes. January, right? People want to get in shape, you know, starting the new year, they want to start the new year off right. Then they get lackluster again. Then when the summer comes around, they want to start again, right? And this is the cycle. And these products come out over these different cycles. And you got to remember, these products are just there to generate money. They actually don't care about you getting into shape. They're just trying trying to make a quick buck. They know that everybody will buy it. The impulse buyers, they convince you of it. We want the one-step simple solution because that's the way humans are geared. But it's actually all just malarkey. It's not going to get you anywhere you want to go, so don't buy those things. That is the second thing that I need you to understand. Okay, listen, I know you're dying to know what the best exercise to lose belly fat is, and that's actually in your brain. Your hypothalamus controls your appetite, it controls your metabolism. Your brain has this neuroplasticity. Your brain can actually change. Your brain can make new neurons, make new connections, and this is how you change your patterns. Now, to change a pattern, you have to actually recognize that pattern, understand the pattern, understand what you're doing, and then you can make a change. Now, when I started to do this, I mean, through my whole life, would think that I could exercise my way out of a bad diet, but I never could. That could never happen. And now that I'm 51 years old, I'm actually in the best shape of my life, and I'm eating the best, I'm controlling my thoughts. Not everything, but most things that matter. I understand that thoughts come and go, but when it comes to the best exercise that you can do, like when January comes around, instead of everybody enrolling at the gym and starting a run or starting to do this all types of exercise that involves your physical, everybody knows that you can't eat a bunch of donuts and then go and exercise them off. It just doesn't work. You would have to run for 8, 10, 12 hours a day for that to work, so that's just not going to happen. Now, what you can do is start to look at all your patterns, because if you back it up, your patterns and your behaviors and the way that you eat are actually the things that are making you gain weight and gain belly fat. So when you start to look at these patterns, start to look at these behaviors, you can then change them. And as I did this, and this can be a very slow process where you're observing everything, you're understanding what you're doing on a daily basis, and then you can kind of view things and change them. Now, I eat good food. I eat donuts, I eat chocolate bars sometimes. I don't really have anything that's off limits because I have this level of control, and I've been able to replace bad things that are in my diet with good things that I actually really love and enjoy eating. So most of the time, I'm eating foods that I enjoy, that are healthy and nutritious. And then occasionally, like yesterday was Halloween, I had a bunch of Halloween candy and I didn't feel guilty about it because I understand that I can have these things occasionally without ruining all my progress, and even have these things on a weekly basis and still lose weight and still move towards my goal. So what I want you to understand is that your genetics, you're not ruled by them, and you can change everything within them. The other thing I want you to understand, stop wasting your time on joining a gym or doing, these ab exercises and all this stuff to try and lose belly fat, because ultimately that's not going to work. And you know what? If the gym isn't your thing, it doesn't have to be. I went in a bodybuilding show and never did any cardio. I didn't win that show. I got 5th out of 8 guys, but I was still in great shape. And if you apply this to you, you're going to lose weight. So what you can control, what you can understand with your mind, and how you can apply that to your everyday lifestyle is where you're really going to win in the realm of losing belly fat, getting healthy, getting in shape, feeling good about yourself. So I hope this video helps. Thanks for watching.